Hello. Once again, I come before you as a representative of the Illuminati. You may call me the Man. Well, as you can probably tell, I'm on the road. This is the reason why we had to postpone last week's update. You see, it's family reunion time. I know, you're probably wondering, what? The Illuminati has to get together? Yeah, everybody has to get together with their family. Everybody knows that. So, here I am. I've rented a car. I'm heading to... I don't even know the sticks, I guess. Anyway, this is where our family settled when they came over here to the quote-unquote New World, and yeah. So I thought I'd take the opportunity to give you an update. Now, a lot of people have wondered, how does the Illuminati choose who's going to be in the Illuminati? And I mentioned a couple of times it has to do with the Bloodlines. Well, see, I was recruited at the beginning of the last century, not the 2000s, and I wasn't the only one. However, as they say, in the end, there can be only one. They put us out on kind of little trials. They stick us into situations where we have to prove that we are less corrupt than the average human being, of course, because with great power comes great absolute power. That's it. Absolute power corrupts absolutely. Anyway, so that's supposed to be what happens. Well, our families, of course, all the families in the Illuminati, including Johnson's. Anyway, we all go back from the very beginning of the Illuminati. And once the Illuminati was established, as I believe I have mentioned several times, certain genetic techniques were brought into operation, given to us from the books that we got from the Anunnaki, that allowed us to kind of strengthen the old family tree. So, to that end, the Illuminati's been just those families ever since. And we are disease resistant, of course, age resistant, and therefore death resistant, I suppose. And also, you know, we try to breed out the most corrupt parts of our families. And so we bring in new blood every once in a while, and but the main parts of it are just our families. And so here we are, off to the regular family gathering, and I'm not looking forward to this year. You know, we've had all these problems with the federal system and all that kind of stuff. Oh, by the way, the cat video worked. Yay, that's good news. Cats licking a baby, you can't beat that. So the government's up and running until the next showdown these morons want to go through. And anyway, no, they're all fine people. They really. So yeah, we're off to the reunion. We're going to see how this next generation's turning out. So far, we've only got one person from my family that we're looking at recruiting. The rest, of course, will have hardly any idea what's going on. I'm not worried about you guys knowing because I've only got 3,000 subscribers at this point. It's not like there's a whole lot of people knowing it. And of course, after we go through and we have the little meetings and the hugging and all that kind of stuff, the reunion stuff, we'll, of course, sacrifice the weakest member of the family to the god Moloch. And I got my money on my third cousin. He's kind of a moron, and he's just... he's such... I had you. You know I had you. Some of you guys thought I was serious. No, we're not sacrificing anything. There will be potato salad. There will be sack races. I don't know where these things get started. And, you know. Anyway, no, we're not sacrificing anybody. You guys really need to calm down. No, we're just off to have a vacation. And so, anyway, for those of you who wanted to know, how can we join the Illuminati? And I get that question a lot. I'm afraid it's kind of tied in. Like I said, we do bring in new blood, but usually it's by marriage. And, you know, it's one of those things where Illuminati marriage is kind of for life. The only person I know of in the last, 3 decades that's actually gotten divorced is, of course, Lainey. Well, sort of. You see, Lainey's wife, and if you don't know who Lainey is, feel free to check out the Illuminati, the series. There's a playlist, of course. But Lainey's wife and I used to go out, and then things didn't work out there. Yeah, So we parted ways, and Lainey and she hooked up, and she was actually part of our operations for a while. She was really good with the reptilians. Anyway, turns out she was a little too good with the reptilians, and so yeah, they seemed to have really hit it off. And Lainey found out just a couple of years ago that yeah, she's dating a guy. He's not human. Anyway, yeah, so he's about the only one that's actually gotten divorced in the last 3 decades. It's usually a pretty permanent thing. We have a higher, we have a lower, actually, divorce rate than most people. So, anyway, that's usually how we bring in new blood into the Illuminati. It's usually through marriage, family ties that bind and that kind of stuff. We can't really trust this to outsiders. We're trying to bring the entire world into enlightenment. And so to that end, if you have any comments or questions, just leave them in the comments section below. And remember, even when you're traveling and you got to go spend some time with family, sack races or not, potato salad or not, please no sacrifices. Please, just no, don't do that. Anyway, if you have to do that, and you get a little stressed out from, some cousin that just won't leave you alone, or some uncle that wants to tell you that story he's told you 17,000 times before, I wouldn't worry about that. You know what I would do? I would just, I'd go outside the house where you're all gathered, or the picnic shelter, or some other place, the park perhaps. I'd look up in the sky, I'd see those chemtrails blazing up there. I can see some right now, as a matter of fact. And if I were you, I would just relax and breathe deeply.